Okay guys, I'm sorry, I'm not even a couple of minutes. I don't know where the last hour just went. I'm like, time just so fast. So, here I am, inspired because, guys, it just seems to be a big theme that I'm being called to help people with at the moment. And also just to talk about because, I've had my fair share of heartbreak, pain, and trauma in life. And I think part of my path and my journey is acknowledging that within myself, learning from it, healing from it, and actually helping others from it. So, let me just get chat up so I can see Tanya. Hey, girl. Glad to have you. Naomi. Good morning, good afternoon. Exactly. Hey, how are you doing? Great to have you guys. Obviously, this again was a last minute planned, but I want to get into it because we've got a lot to talk about. Because this is I feel a universal topic that affects everyone, every single one of us, whether it's relationships with friends, family, loved ones, we all have some kind of relationship things in our lives. So that's what inspired the live. So if you guys have any particular questions, it could just be anything. It might even be, connected to love or relationship somehow. Maybe it's a question, maybe it's an experience, maybe it's something you want to know a bit more on, a topic you want to get into, maybe you want a mini reading. This is what this live is for. I have a couple of card decks. I have pen and paper, of course, because, sorry, let me just get that off because I was just doing a reading before. Let's see how I can be of service. Let's see how I can help. And, I've also got, my gosh, gotta get the dust off this. Ugh. My good old, one of my favorite books. This is the Closer to Love book by Vex King. I've done a video on it if you haven't already watched it. It is on my channel. Just a little kind of review, but I do recommend books like this because they can help, but also because of his life path. He is a life path 33-6 like me, so it's one of our wounds and one of our things in life we have to work on and heal in ourselves. So I think he's got a lot of wisdom that he shares in this. But anyway, the topic of the book is how to attract the right relationships and deepen your connections. So, we're going to look at a bit of a practical, down-to-earth approach, but also the spiritual approach and, how connections and things can come up as well. So, let's get into it. So, guys, let me get my card decks out. And yeah, if any of you guys have questions, we can get into it, but you know me, this is gonna go, we'll start talking and it's gonna go somewhere. And that's kind of the great thing with live as well, is that it's just like going with the flow, and seeing what comes up. So let's have a look. But as usual, I feel like I always need a big table around me because I've got too many things laying about the place. Let's read chat. Naomi, there's an old family friend who came back into my life who I've been messaging here and there since he reached out a few months ago. Should I even pursue this? So let's confirm first. He reached out a few months ago. Do you know if that was during a Mercury or a Venus retrograde at all? Because that can have a bearing on things. And if you don't mind me asking, what was your relationship with him prior? Do you know what I mean? The circumstances before. Do you know what I mean? Was, you don't have to share loads, but just a little context on that. But I can definitely pull some cards. Numerology, he's had some issues in the past with law, but he seems to be getting better and sober. Ah. Okay, old school mate. Right, okay. Okay, interesting. Ooh. Okay, so Tanya's put out, what is it will the old I think she meant to say, what is it with the old reaching out? It happens. I feel like as well, every time you do work on yourself and you kind of grow and everything's kind of starting to go in a better direction with yourself, then suddenly it's like your energy becomes more magnetic and all these things from the past just want to come back and get a piece of that. Right. God, I'm gonna try not to laugh. I stabbed him with a pencil when I was like 6 and he still has the lead in it. Oh my. Wait, Naomi, you're literally leaving your mark on this dude. Like, no, you oh my god, that one is gonna crack me up for the whole day now. Okay, do you know his date of birth at all, Naomi? Because I will like to have a look at it through that. If you don't worry. I'll still gonna tune in. Let me get some card decks out. This is so funny. Oh my god, well, no wonder he's reappearing, because you literally put your mark on him. Okay, right, let's have a little look. 1985, 21st. Okay, yeah, September 21st. Yeah. Okay, I'm just tuning in and writing a few notes. So, okay, I'm just tuning in a bit on this guy. Just a few quick notes. I wrote down the name like a Simon or something. I'm not sure if that's actually connected with this guy, or maybe to do with him or someone else you may know. But then I was seeing a lot of trees and like forests. I actually don't know if he does forestry or some kind of work with trees, or if he's quite into nature. And then I was seeing like hiking, going on a hike for the both of you. I feel like that might be a bit of a grounded approach, maybe something neither of you do, but for some reason I'm seeing going on a hike together. Oh, that's another X. Okay, because it literally just, I always do this, whatever just pops in, I write it down because it's popping in for a reason. Okay, so maybe that's not this guy then. Maybe this is taking us to a memory or some kind of information with another one. But it's in your energy field. Hold on. Did it end on like bad terms with that other one? Namer, very nature oriented. And the last message I sent him, a pic of hiking. Oh my God. Wow. Wow. Well, the one you gave me his date of birth. So I calculated his date of birth. And he's a 35-8, so like an 8 life path. You're a 4 from my correct memory. Remind me if I'm correct on that. So that is a natural match. The 4 and the 8 do go well. Okay. With him having that 8 energy, you mentioned like problems with, I think, the law, you might have said. Past with the law. Yeah, anyone that holds that kind of 8 energy, they do have to be mindful of stuff like that, because they're here to learn about power, money, business, finances. So yeah, they may be prone to like want to do, I'm gonna say like almost shortcut quick fixes, you know, anything they can get a bit obsessed about things like money. So they have to be mindful that anything they do around money doesn't like backfire on them. Like I always say they need to act and behave. What's the word I'm looking for? But they do need to follow the law with it, because it's just like 8 is always that comes around, goes around. It's just gonna like, it's gonna come back around to bite them if they don't follow, you know, do things correctly when it comes to money. It's just how it is with them. So yeah, he may have a tendency, if he's had problems with the law, to, you know, they want to go for what they can get, which is fine, but they have to act morally with that. So you have to tune into if he has that moral compass of, is he acting in like the higher energy of that, or is he not? Because if he's not, he's just going to pretty much do anything to kind of get his money, so to speak. Do you know what I mean by that? He's born on a 3-day, so I'm born on a 3-day. Should be pretty chatty. Should be pretty fun. Should have a good sense of humor. Pretty uplifting. Oh, wait. I'm seeing stuff in chat. Let me not get distracted. Okay. Number 8. I think chat can sometimes be a bit slow to come through. Simon question mark. No, I wish things were different. We still talk. Okay, that may be why, yeah, he was showing in your energy field. I have good feelings for him. Okay, you were in a bad place. I'm gonna say an SA, just in case I say that word on live and it like blocks the live feed or something. But people can read that in chat. So I just ended it. Wasn't because of him, which is understandable. I'm sorry. Really sorry, Naomi, that you had to go through that and deal with that. So sorry to hear that. Okay, so yeah, maybe it was difficult timing then with him, but there wasn't anything, you know, per se, bad with that guy. The new one you told me about, well, not new, but yeah, the September guy, he seems to be working on himself, but I don't know what to see, what I just want to see. So this is where it can get difficult as well, because yeah, we have to see them for what they really are, rather than wanting to see the potential, wanting to see the good, because sometimes it's easy to see the good in them, and then, you know, actually we need to really focus on what are we really seeing, or what are they really presenting to us. That's one of the reasons I will say I do like numerology, because it shows it. I always say, like, people can lie, people can put on masks and, you know, give it this, but their numbers don't. Hold on. Let's just have a look. I mean, as well, without doing like your full charts, that can be really good, because when I do your full charts, that's where I can literally see like your past life connections, things you might be here to work on, like your challenges, your strengths. But like with your life path, you are a good match. I just think it's tuning into like if he is in the right place to pursue something more. So if on a friend level, you know, you go out, spend a little bit of time with him and tune in and set the intention even before you go out and meet him. Set the intention like, show me everything I need to see with this person. Remove rose tinted glasses and ask directly, like your spirit and whatever, to show you what you need to do. Because often people will reveal themselves. You know, it could be the slightest little things, and we have to look for those signs. Like I've done it in the past before, and you know, like then we can end up overlooking stuff. Like for instance, this is just an example, but it's like people often show you who they are. Like if you get any little inkling of feeling like something's not right, like let's just say he's on the phone, then suddenly another phone rings. You're like, he doesn't say anything, but you're like, why have you got two phones? You know, it's like the little subtle cues to pay attention to. So I would say, like, you know, just see and listen to your body and see how it feels. Let's pull you some cards on it as well, because oh wait, hold on. Blocked. Wait, what are you saying block to? Because I'm here chatting away. I'm like, oh my god, what part are you saying the block to? Was it when I was talking about a second phone? Okay, let's have a look. Let's ask for Naomi's highest vibrational good around this guy. Let's have a look. Oh, right, yeah, if any weird things happen. Yeah, because you've got nothing. This is the way to look at it is, you've got nothing to lose. You've got the power. Like, you can, like, literally set your intentions and bring any guy in you want. You have to remember that. Nomra, although I don't do that, like, I probably should. Yeah, you should. Okay, well, this is strange because this card just came out. The be honest with yourself. So maybe you're not being honest with yourself about this guy. Let's have a look. Yeah, there's something you're not being honest with yourself. Okay, don't do yourself a disservice. You have to be truthful with yourself. There is something you know to be true, but you are continuing to ignore it. Okay, this is about facing anything that actually makes you feel uncomfortable. Ooh, okay. That's interesting. I'm gonna go to the tarot deck next. I've got 2 tarot decks here, so let's have a look. Whoa, that card just fell out. Well, we will take a look at that card anyway because it fell out. Let's have a look. Let's shuffle. Right, so let's ask about this guy for Naomi. What does she need to know about Cody? Let's have a look. Hey, interesting. I don't know why, like, as I'm shuffling as well and I'm saying his name out loud, I feel like he has like a business partner or someone like he does a lot of business with that's quite significant. I feel like it's probably a male energy. Right. This one came out where's it gone? Hanged Man. Yeah, 12. 3 energy again, but yes, Hanged Man. which I'm seeing it as a bit of a challenge, the Hangman, to be honest, when that comes out. It's almost like, okay, let's show you the card. So obviously in the cat deck, it's like the cat is literally hanging upside down the window. So again, I feel like it ties into vision. It's like how you see things. So it's hung upside down. And I feel like maybe you need to take a little bird's eye approach and look at things from a new perspective, you know, because it's about seeing things from a different perspective. It might also be connected around feeling stuck, delays, stalled plans or progress, but reflection. I think reflect on what it is you want and the characteristics, you know, the qualities you want, and see, is he going to align with that or not? That's the biggest thing, because I always say it comes back to you. It's like, well, what is it you want, and is he a good match for that? It's asking you to change the way you look at yourself and the world around you. Okay, it's connected with Neptune, which rules over Pisces, which is late Feb through to March. This is this kind of time. Okay, it's water sign, water energy, so you've got to connect with your emotions and intuition on this one. He's not Pisces, but he might have Pisces like as a significant placement, I think. Because does he have like a bit of a dreamy tendency as well? Like he's a bit of a visioner, like he'll vision things or get a lot of ideas or inspirations for stuff. And then this was also interesting. I'll just wait and see what you say in chat. Tanya, I'm gonna come to you next, okay? Oh, I'll wait for Naomi to type, but it's crazy this card jumped out. Ace of Cups. Or in the cat deck, they call it Ace of Chalice. I'll go into that card next. Naomi, he has big plans. Looking for 100-acre property. Big goals. Ooh, he really is. But he's got that potential to achieve it. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I have an 8 in someone I know in my family, and they're very into that when it comes to like property and things and accumulating. That is what they're here to learn, to master, and to, so if he can like pull that off, oof, I mean, even I might move out to you and just have a random acre on that plot. Right, because this came out too, where's it gone here? So you've got the Ace of Cups, okay? This is about new love. This is about new love. You're looking for new love. And I think maybe be honest with yourself that you're ready for it now. That you're ready for love. And you're ready and you want a relationship. I think maybe tune into that. You know, because I think you've had time alone, you've done a lot of healing, but you've also got a lot of energy to give. So it is about new beginnings. Love, a romance, important relationships, bonds, it's all on the cards. But yeah, you need to get in touch with, like, I call it like intention setting, or some people say manifesting, or law of attraction. You need to tune in with that to really tune into like what you want to make sure you affirm and bring that in, and that'll accelerate and bring in, you know, that right person, whether it be him or someone else. But you've got to make sure you're filling yourself up with, you know, all the self-love you need and the confidence. Look, the water energy again, he's got to have strong water sign energy if it's him or you have, because this is again about the Pisces, the Scorpio, the Cancer energy. You've got to affirm you're becoming what you want to attract. I mean, he seems stable. Right, hold on. Let me scroll back. He seems stable. He's not rushing me or anything. Things are just flowing. But I don't want, like you've said, rose-coloured glasses on, because I tend to romanticize relationships. Yeah, my family loves him. I'm just scared of relationships right now. So you have to, there's two sides to that, the fear. So you have to, like, that's totally natural. But you've got to do your kind of like healing and confidence and your self-love to, you know, give yourself that confidence that you can do it, you can have a relationship. Because if you're scared, what you'll do energetically is you'll push that away, whether it's him or anyone, you'll push it away. I think what you need to do, I think you need to spend a bit more time around him. And like I say, even just do it as a friend. So you don't necessarily have to be like, you know, getting caught up intimately and then more feelings and emotions involved. But I think you need to spend a little bit more time around him to tune into, just dropped all the cards, to tune into, you know, if he is what you want, you know, and like I say, make that affirmation and that intention to see him for what he is, not like potential or the rose tinted glasses version. It's really got to be what he is. Obviously, if you want like a full chart reading where I can actually say to you, okay, you guys, these areas are good, these aren't, this is your challenges, or, you know, these connections, that would have to be a full chart, which takes longer, which is like your full name, his full name, all the stuff, so I can give you more precise information. But at this time, one sec, let me just pick up these cards. Hold on. Because this is going to annoy me down on the floor. But I always say that's a good investment to do, because then you know what you're getting with the person. That's what I do for people all the time, and I would do it myself. If I actually met someone and we're talking to them, I'm doing that before I even waste my breath on them, because I want to know exactly what I'm getting. But for now, the feeling I get is like two feelings. I feel like you need to pursue to get a little bit more of an idea about him, which I think will reveal in plenty of time. But remember, go on like what's presented now, not ideas or plans or their future self. What is their present self presenting, and what can they offer you in this moment? Getting interrupted. Yeah, so like what they are presenting now to you. Because either way, I feel like you could have a good friendship with this person, but there may just be a side of them that like you have to figure if you want to align with or not. So, you know, I just think maybe when it comes to business and finances, that might be the area to just, you know, be mindful of with him. But look at him now. And what was the second feeling I had to tell you? Oh, you. Write down. I want you to really tune in and be like, all the things you want in a partner and in a relationship, because you know everything you don't. You know, you've been through enough to know what you don't want. You have to align what you do, and you have to ask the universe to deliver the person that's right for your highest vibrational good, like the greatest love of your life. And you have to set those affirmations and like intentions out, because you don't just want to draw people in because maybe they're familiar. You want to draw them in because they're right for you. Does that make sense, Naomi? And also and take your time. Don't pressure yourself. Like, it doesn't have to be just a relationship. It can be getting to know him a bit first, which I would strongly advise with someone like that to do. Like, obviously I know you've known him since you're 6 because you stabbed him with the pencil. But I think like it's getting to know someone for who they are today, because the past is the past. People change, things change, life changes. but in this here and now, who is he today? You know, and what is he today? And that, I think, is going to be a little journey of discovering, but I'm going to be excited to hear more on that. Okay, so yeah, that's what I feel I can give you right now on that. Like I say, unless you want us at some point to do a one-to-one for you, the full charts, so you can really know on a soul level what's going on there and look at all the connections, but we can arrange that at some point if that's something you're drawn to. Tanya has asked, where's Tanya's gone? Okay, Tanya's given me a date of birth. Let's have a look. So you just want to know their life path, Tan? Is that what you're asking? Yeah. Let's have a look. Okay, Naomi, perfect. You're so welcome. It was good to connect with you for sure. I'm excited for you, but just, I always say, like, just you've imagine now, like, literally, I feel like, and I have to put this crystal in my hand as I say it, you have the power in your hand. You're going to be a magnet for guys right now, so, but it's really knowing, like, and making sure you get everything you want out of the right person, and don't let the fear block you. Right, let's go. Well, anything the cards want to tell me about him. Ooh, right, hold on. The 3rd of March. 1983, is that correct? Let's pin this one. March 1983. Right, let's have a little calculation. Okay. Okay, so this person is a 27, it's a 9 life path. So last year would have been a really big year for them. I would say like a really emotionally challenging year. Like they may have even had some losses. You know, like losing loved ones. Yeah, just a year of a really big climb out. Climb out? Maybe they were literally climbing out or something. Clear out. Yeah, big year of a clear out. But I think last year would have really tested them. So I think they might still be a little bit down, like struggling this year still, because a 9 in a universal 9 year, that's going to be intense. 9s can hold like power. They can be quite spiritually in tune. They can have quite big heads though. Is this person quite big-headed? And I'm not even saying that as like a stereotype for every person, by the way, guys. Like when I'm tuning into each, this is what I'm feeling into, okay? Oh, Tanya put me and my laugh, lol. Love that. Yeah, my laugh's crazy. But I just, yeah, the worst part is though I actually laugh at myself a lot sometimes from even not doing anything, just because I think I'm so weird and funny at times. It's like if you can't laugh at yourself, what can? Tanya put, not really. Is that to the big head part? So they're not big-headed at all? Like you don't think they're big-headed? Okay. If you don't think they're big-headed, okay. Big-headed also means like a bit egotistical, like, you know, a bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Like egotistical, like a bit proud of themselves, thinks they're pretty great, pretty in love with themselves. Tanya wrote, not with me. He comes across humble. Ooh, okay, that's interesting. Let's see what tarot is going to come out around this then. Let's have a look. Ooh. Let's have a look. Okay. Right. First one we got is 8 of Coins, which is the money one, which is like a money message. Again, it's weird because just with Naomi, we were talking about, finances and money. Tanya wrote, not with me, he comes across humble, maybe with others. Yeah, I was just getting that total vibe off him. Let's have a look. Hold on. 8 of Coins. This is someone who's definitely about their money. Definitely about his money. Is he quite hard on himself? Because that's coming through with this, that he's really can be quite hard on himself, pushes himself to do a lot. Like saving's important to him. This card is actually about being really close to success and about not giving up. Rewards are going to be well worth it. Looking back at things. Yeah, I feel like he's got a lot on his mind, a lot on his plate, a lot of tasks, a lot of challenges. Yeah, I feel like he's carrying quite a lot. This card. Hold on, what's Tanya wrote? Tanya wrote film industry. He has to be, I suppose. Oh, Tanya, come on. If he's in that kind of industry, of course he's going to have a big head. Like, what the hell? Okay, Tanya's wrote, always very hard, constant working, saving, rarely rests. Yeah, this is what I'm seeing with that 8 of Coins. It's like stuffing down every bit they can, making sure their money's right, their finances. Yeah, that's like the saving jar. But it's also about like their hard work will pay off. So he's obviously, like you just said, the industry that he's in. So that's definitely going to pay off for him. That's like really positive in that respect. Like he's going to have a very good established like career, like a legacy almost. Do you know what I mean with that? Then I've also just seen like the 3, the Empress. It's funny because he's actually born on the 3rd. So people with that 3 energy are great in like that acting, film, anything using their voice, their creative abilities. So that would really align for him. Let's see. Empress, right? 3, the Empress card. Okay, so I see this as it's also that intuitive energy too, but it's also all about their abundance. So he may have had a difficult year last year, but I feel like things are gonna be picking up, and he's very focused and mindset driven on all about like creating and having that abundance in his life. I feel like even if internally he wasn't the kind of person to be happy, what's the word I'm looking for? As long as like everything kind of that he's achieving on the outside is in order, like he'd be happy with that. It's also connecting around like animals, children, family, creativity, abundance, love, the natural world, you know, those kind of pleasures that are free in life. So maybe he needs to do a little bit more connecting back to those elements, you know, just to reground him, but also like not everything is always about money. Because on the positive side of a 9 life path and vibration, like, you know, with their loved ones, with their families, they can be so generous in giving like their time, their money, their energy, everything that they have. You know, they can give that to those that they love and they care about. So, but it's like that reminder to still step into that energy. Like it doesn't always have to be like about money or what you can provide. It is about, you know, sometimes the things that are free. So I feel like that's quite significant. But there'll always be that feeling with the Empress card of like wanting to bring in abundance to their life somehow. So I wonder if this person also has like a fish pond or a fish, like a fish pond, either an inside or an outside one that's quite significant to them. have a look. Tanya wrote, that's good to hear. I always said it would. Yeah, 1,000,000,000,000,000%, she wrote. He is family oriented. Yeah, I get that. Makes a lot of sense. I'll have to ask him. Okay, Tanya. This is interesting. Yeah, I mean, we'll just pull one more card, but I'm gonna ask for like you what message, like whether it comes up around him or what. Let's have a look. Okay, let's see. Right, let's see. Tanya's highest vibrational. Good. Let's have a look. Okay. Shuffling. Don't forget, if there is anyone else that has any questions or wants a mini reading, you let us know in chat, guys. Just shuffling this deck. Sorry, I don't think you guys can even see this, but I am shuffling. Seeing what messages we have for Tanya. Okay, this is from what I call the blunt deck, okay? We already know this deck is very to the point. The first one actually here that just jumped out for you. Number 22 is the library. So this is about you taking control of your own narrative, okay? You can see that there. So I really feel like this comes back to you, your power, your energy, what you choose to do with it, create in your life. Yeah, sorry. This deck is just really calling me recently because I just feel like they're so to the point. So yeah, this message with this one's actually about someone else is trying to call the shots in your life. They think they can waltz in, control your every move, but you need to say no to any forms of manipulation. So, you know, it could even seem tempting to like try and regain that control. But if you give someone else power over your narrative, over your life, chaos is just going to happen. And it'll all be in their favor, not yours. Because the minute you give your personal power away, say goodbye to anything good in your life, basically. The stories inside of you make a library on the verge of bursting, but only if you're the one to pick up the pen. So, you know, that ties into like in life things happening, but it's up to you, isn't it? Like what you do with that. But it's like, you see here, like the puppet master and the puppet. You don't want to live your life or like write your story of life according to someone else moving their hand and directing your life. You have to do that. What's Tanya wrote? Oh my god, he has a fish pond. What? Did you just get confirmation of that? Okay, Tanya will let me know. Right. How crazy is that? Because I was seeing that for him. That's crazy. Phoenix! Hey! Okay, Tanya, then your second card actually that just came out was you got the Voyage cards, if I'm even saying it right. And it's saying you already have all the answers. So if you've been feeling lost for a while now, wandering through your life aimlessly or searching everywhere for meaning and never coming up with anything of substance, that's the problem. You keep searching for answers outside of yourself when all the answers can be found within. Ooh. If you take the time to look, you need a spiritual mentor at this point in your life. That person needs to be you. Wow. So this is really like, I do believe this for everyone though, like we have the answers within us that we need. And I feel like you do, Tanya. I feel like you need to go within more, but you also need to like really, you know how I read, and I can read people, but I can also read myself. Like I'm the first to read myself, and I read myself hard and harsh every single day of life, right? And sometimes, you know, we have to say these things out loud to ourselves, like, am I being a certain way, or am I doing certain things, and really get to the core of the reason. Now with the full moon coming up, I really encourage you to do this, because the best people that, you know, ow, like it, oh, sorry, my ankle, guys. Like it said about spiritual mentor, but it's like sometimes the best answers and the deepest thing is when you really can be honest with yourself and read yourself. And I feel like maybe this card is pointing, because it says you already have the answers within you. You need to like not brush them aside and not dismiss them. I feel like you need to honor them, because every time you don't listen to yourself, every time you go against your gut, every time you go against your intuition, every time you go against your higher knowing, your higher self, you may as well just burn parts of yourself and tell yourself you're SHI and you don't matter and you're irrelevant. And because all it does is like you erode your own trust, you erode your own actually, Tanya, I feel like it's a form of self-harm. You know how, like, this is getting deep, guys, sorry, but you know how I am. I feel like, you know how some people will self-harm through, like, physical self-harming? Some people might do drugs, alcohol. Some people can literally, like, self-harm themselves by, like, ignoring themselves, not listening to themselves, doing things that actually then cause themselves harm in life. Tanya wrote 100%, because that's what I've been doing for a long time. Yeah. And it's like, I feel like you'll know something within, but then you're putting a different face or energy out, but you know within something. Yeah. But I feel like, again, I was saying it with Naomi about rose tinted glasses. Like, I relate with that, but maybe there's an element of that, but like on a deeper level in like literally like inside of you, I feel like you don't trust you. Because if you trusted you and you were really brutally honest and real, like, I feel like things would be different. So this is really your inner map, your inner compass. And you see all the water around, so a lot of it is emotional too, but I feel like you really have to start being real with you. This card, whew. Tanya, sorry. I love you, but sorry, that was a lot. Gosh, that was deep. I really felt, I could feel that. Like the energy and the message of that card though. I thought the tarot cut deep, but this deck, believe in your own magic, there we go. It's believing in yourself, believing in your magic. Like, I can tell you so much, or, you know, others can help or guide you, but you are going to know you. Who knows you better? You wake up with you. You are you. You know, like, but it's bringing it all together. Yeah. So Tanya, I mean, I hope that helps and resonates, and like, I just want to empower you to like stop doing disservice to yourself. And then you got the lavender card. Woo, you need to plant some lavender. And look, surround yourself with love. So this is, look, all the beautiful things. You got friends, you got your cats, you got your candles, you got good conversation. You know, you need more love in your life, but that starts with you. And you really got to like love yourself more and want the best for yourself. Tanya put, yes, I know I love deep and real ones. I have been trusting me more than everything else. Perfect. Okay, Phoenix, are you here? Because I know we had cards to do about your love interest. So Phoenix, if you're on live, let me know, please. Yeah, Tanya, I hope that makes sense. Okay, yeah, even Naomi putting chat deep. Yeah, sorry guys if I miss anything in chat. I'm trying to keep up with it. Tanya put, I hate lavender. Wait, what? It's natural. How can you hate it? Not even in the garden. You're welcome, Tanya. Okay, Phoenix, so do you want me, what's your question? Any questions? Mini reading? Are we doing a card for the chart I did earlier? Let me know in chat, please, Phoenix, so I can ask the question for the cards. Let's write down. Oh, Tanya don't like the smell of it. What's wrong with you? Okay, you didn't have a specific question. Okay. Okay, well, I'm gonna pull the cards for you, okay? But I did just have something else that comes to my mind, Phoenix, that I want to say. Do you want me to mention it on live, or do you want me to email it you? Naomi wrote, is there something the ethers, so maybe it meant to write something in the ethers making relationships a focal point right now, seems, question mark, or am I just lonely and celibate for too long? Laughing face, like a cat in heat, laughing. Do you know, no, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, like, I'm hearing this a lot coming up. That's why I was like, I was like drawn to do these lives, because I feel like this is a theme for like a lot of people. I think there is something energetically going on, because I always say like once or twice and you just think, yeah, but when I'm hearing it in so many different places, I'm like, no, this is beyond a synchronicity, or sorry, it's beyond a coincidence. This is like synchronicity. I think like energetically, there's like all this energy in earth, and sometimes what can happen is like with people, like it's natural, they have like desires and needs, but it's like sometimes like it could be a cycle coming in for new relationships, new energy, because energetically it is like at the time of the new year. But I feel like when people do a lot of growth and work on themselves and cycles change, you know, people are ready to bring in new relationships. But also what can happen is, because we've just had all these intense eclipse energies, you know, the full moons, the new moons, these eclipses, the spring equinox, it brings in a lot of this energy that can really uplift, upgrade our systems and whatnot. But if we don't per se maybe channel that into like a project or a creative pursuit, or grounding, ritual spells, exercise, it's like, I think people call it like Kundalini energy too. It's that rising of the spine. So it can, then for some people, obviously that can then manifest as like those like sexual urges, like you said, cat and heat, like people are wanting to use that energy in more of the physical way, should we say. Does that make any sense? Oh my god, Tanya wrote, yes, lambing season. Oh god, I feel bad talking about that, but yeah, does that make sense? Because that's what can happen. So it's like finding a way to use your energies, but it doesn't always have to be in that way, okay? Like I say, like doing spiritual practices, there's loads of different things. Yeah, but what it is it's a buildup of energy within us. So gotta choose how you want to use it, because, you know, as I always say to people, it's, you know, your sacred energy exchange. So be mindful of who you want to exchange with, because every time you exchange, literally guys, your whole energy field and their whole energy field are going to merge. So you can take on their energy, they can take on yours. If they're carrying bad stuff, that can come into your energy, vice versa. Same with the good stuff, same with, you know? So it's really being mindful, like connecting physically, mentally and emotionally and spiritually first to make sure, do you want to take on that? And then other people they've been with, they can leave energy in their system, then that could come into your system. Like, I look at things real deep, not everyone does, but yeah. So it's like, you want to make sure it aligns and it like doesn't affect you in a negative way, because they're like, imagine like how you just get energy vampire type people, you can get those too, same relationships, and then if you intertwine with them, it can really leave your relationship with yourself and your whole energy field out of balance if you've just connected and like their energy's not good. Like, that also ties in, separate note, why then as women a lot of the time like we could end up with like womb problems and issues too, because think of that male energy that's going in and the energetic repercussions that are not good either. Guys, where was I going with this? Phoenix. This chat got me taking off. What the heck? Phoenix, I'm back with you now. Right. But it's definitely a theme, guys. Right. Phoenix's highest vibrational good. What messages do we have? Okay. One. Let's have a look. Two. Okay, Phoenix. Okay, these are interesting. The first card you got come out as we were talking about like doing spells and whatnot. It's funny, you got the feather card, which to me looks like they're taking part in like a little ritual kind of thing here. Phoenix, if you can see this and hear this, let me know, right? So this feather, I don't know if any of you remember that actual moment in a movie where they do that, light as a feather, and they like literally lift them up off the ground. But the message with this is about thinking first before you judge. So did you commit to lifting up one of your sisters only to drop her down in the blaze? Ooh, examine the situation. Is your judgment justified? Or is society tricking you into your stance? After all, it does have a habit of making you believe that other girls are your competition and they must behave perfectly at all times. This is calling you to step back and take the time to figure it out. It's not always clear at first, instead of acting rashly. This one feels a bit complicated, to be honest, if I'm honest with you. Oh, Phoenix, can you email me my cards? Sure. You don't want me to mention these on the live, or you okay with that, but you want me to email them as well? I'll just wait for your reply. Sure. Okay. This was your second card. Raindrops. Take a chance on them. There we go. So, if anyone has a reason to keep their guard up, it's you. Okay, people have been known to mistreat you. Wow. And like any rational person, you finally got tired of it, went back inside, locked the door. But you weren't supposed to stay out of the rain forever. So, no matter how terrifying the prospect may seem, you need to put yourself out there again. Whoever it is you're thinking of, they can be trusted to walk with you through the storm. Okay, I think we know who that card's about. I'm going to send you them, but I don't know about you, Phoenix, but I'm feeling like that's confirmation of a sign for you to trust that there are going to be people to help you out of your situation. Yeah? Does that make sense, Phoenix? Let's get you a tarot card. Just gonna shuffle the cat tarot. Okay. Phoenix's highest vibrational good. What message? Whoa. 10 of Pentacles reversed. Just dropped. 10 of Pentacles reversed. Right, let me have a look. Okay. I'm going to shuffle and see if any others drop out. I will. I'm literally just leaving your cards out to the side so I don't forget. Obviously, you know, I had to go to the cat deck first. Ooh, another reversed. 3 of Chalice. Ooh. These reversals showing a little trouble. Let's see the Pentacles first. Okay, so Pentacles obviously is about your money, your future, wanting to have money, better financial security. With it being reversed though, it's like kind of challenges with that. Because if it was upright with the 10 of Pentacles, that's more like success, riches, abundance, wealth, security, joy, all of that good stuff, reaping the rewards of everything that's sown. But because it's reversed, I'm feeling like maybe your fears could be blocking it. The fears are bringing in a little bit more challenges there. Yeah. Yeah, that's just a bit of a money challenge. Let me look at your other one. Okay, the other one was 3 of Cups reversed. So, okay, again, this is about like happiness, like pleasure, abundance, encouraging you. Ooh, that one keeps falling. You know, to be able to have a good time, to really enjoy yourself, which I know is hard for you at the moment. Like, it's hard, obviously, I know in your situation, but when it comes up reversed, it's about like, you know, like all work and no play. So I feel like for you, it's about finding a balance of pleasure and achievement, you know, of happiness, getting that balance. Like, yes, okay, you are consumed with what you're going through, trying to figure out the financial stuff, but along the way, it's like still finding moments of joy and happiness and things that can kind of bring you back into that state too. It's connected to a 3-day time span. Ooh, it's water element, so it can be quite emotional too. March it's connected with. So this is the end of March now. 3 days. I know we were talking about the full moon before. I feel like it's kind of coming up with that. But this, you know, celebrate your life, all your achievements, everything you've done, everything you've survived, and kind of turn that energy back around on itself to like, you know what, you're here once, just live in that moment. Oh my god, I keep getting the hiccups today. This is annoying. Party, socialize. I feel like you've been called more into the social energy because 3, and I'm seeing 3 on live as I'm speaking, but 3 is fun, right? Reverse, it's like there's just not that fun, there's not that joy. And I feel like go back to that childlike energy, you know, like when you're just you're a kid, you're having fun, you're not even thinking about the future or everything to come. It's like you're just in that moment, you have fun. I feel like you need to reconnect to the fun energy. That's what's I'm seeing come through with that. Let me add those to your card pile. Let's go to this tarot deck. Let's have a look. Let's see. Phoenix is highest vibrational. Good. Who's got a Taurus moon? Because I'm just hearing Taurus moon in my ear, which is very strange right now. Taurus moon, a Virgo rising. And does the name Andy connect with anyone? Oh my god, this card is too cute. Oh, hold on. Numero, that's my daughter. ... Weird. Ooh, the Taurus moon. Okay, so Phoenix, this just came out as well. Not for Andy though. Okay, interesting. The Fool card. Phoenix. This is the first card. And this is your time and confirmation that you're wishing and you're wanting to build that new chapter in your life. You know, it's like, oh my god, and this ties in with Easter too, to anyone that like believes or whatever, because eggs, like, you know, when they birth, like literally it could be the egg of any animal and then it births. That's like this, the little chick. So Phoenix, you're going through this is the new, you're like a baby again, like you're learning, taking those steps. This is that new energy, new beginnings. It's your clear sign that you're ready and excited to start a new adventure in life. That adventure may be something that is inspiring and hopeful. You know, others, maybe they're going to approve, maybe they're not, but who cares? It's your life. You need optimism, enthusiasm, and be led by your best hopes right now, not your worst fears. It's new energy. Obviously, that's Aquarian energy. So that's like January, February energy, but it's air energy. So we are in that new energetic year too. And I want you to affirm this, Phoenix. The world is full of limitless opportunity. I can only succeed. I want you to keep affirming that to yourself. Oh, let me just have a look in chat. Naomi wrote, she's Taurus moon, Virgo rising, Sagittarius sun. Oh my god, wait, what? How interesting is that? Okay, let me come back to you in a second with that. Phoenix wrote, he wants to have a daughter with me. Maybe she'll be a Taurus moon. Ooh. But Phoenix, do you want to have children? I've also had to spend my savings on my cats recently. Oh, so that could be what like the coins were saying about. Okay. The world is filled with limitless opportunities. I can succeed. Yes! Affirm that. Oh my gosh. Yes. And look at the butterfly here. It's like, I feel like when you see the butterflies, they're always that symbol of like hope and optimism. And they just like, at moments out of nowhere, they always just kind of like appear and like brush into your life and just give you those little glimmers of hope. And yeah, watch out for a butterfly. But they're also about growth and transformation, because with a butterfly, they have to go through that like really dark time in the cocoon, and then suddenly, which is treacherous time, and then out of nowhere, they literally come out like that, and they're like so beautiful, and you're like, wait, how did that transformation come to this? So it's a time of your transformation and your growth. Phoenix, right, I do want to have a child or two. Okay, well, look, you're stepping into a new start and a new era. I'm going to add this to your card list, okay? I will email you them over. I want to touch on, where's it gone now? Naomi, because I was saying about that. It was so, I don't know how that was. Taurus moon, Virgo rising. Okay, so is there any way, Naomi, like your daughter, I'm guessing she might be a bit young now, but like, is she kind of having any difficulties with her like emotions? Because moon is emotions, right? Moon is also connected with the mother. Like, is she going through a bit of an emotional time? And I'm not even sure if this full moon coming up, if that's a Taurus full moon. Because we've literally got a full moon in a couple of days. Phoenix gave me the beautiful pink hearts. I would love to be able to like people's comments, but I don't know how to do that on here. Oh, wait, has she had her first moon time yet, aka her period? Sorry, that's like like, just tell me if that was a little inappropriate for me to ask. Sorry if it was, but I just felt like maybe it's connected with that too. You know. Well, I do talk about all that stuff on my channel, so I hope you don't like take it as an intrusive way of me saying it, but I feel like maybe this is connecting around her, okay, when she was 10, okay, right. So that might be something for her to, you know, to connect a little more with, you know, her periods, her moon time. But I feel maybe then in particular, this full moon's going to be quite challenging for her. But these kids today, of this day, like now, the kids and like the teens, they're all going to be a lot, I think, knowing their purpose so much more sooner than a lot of us, and they're going to be a lot more in tune. So I think she might really benefit from like learning about astrology and stuff. You know, it's like self-help tools for her, but also, yeah, I feel like emotionally she's gonna probably be struggling like this. So if she starts like going crazy on you, emotionally going crazy on you this full moon, I mean, you'll just know why. Hold on, Naomi wrote, she's a heathen, so there will be no connecting. What's a heathen? Am I reading that wrong? Heathen? Why have I not heard of that? What's a heathen? You're gonna have to tell me now. Heathen. The tables will turn at some point. Naomi's so funny. She wrote, she hates when I mention astrology and I get the eye rolls immediately. No, trust me, there'll be a moment when the tables turn and suddenly like everyone in her school and college, it's going to be the thing. They'll all be into it. And then she at some point, trust me, like they can turn. I used to be like, so people wouldn't believe me now. I used to be so scared of all this stuff. When I used to work in the salons and stuff, if a psychic or a medium ever came in, I would never give them eye contact. I'd try and avoid. I'd try to stay in the staff room. Like, you wouldn't believe that now with how I am. So when I say anything can be possible, I would get I'd be intrigued, but I'd also be so scared. So hold on, Naomi wrote, she doesn't believe in God, universe, or spirituality. Okay. I'm just laughing because I can just see that there will be this point where like she's gonna have some kind of turn of thoughts. But the good side is at least you'll know, well, like you know her stuff. So okay, even if we're not going to reference it as her astrology, but you'll know certain things, like maybe when she's going to be affected by more stuff. You'll know probably how to read her chart and her, you know, her on a soul level, so you can still help and guide her, but maybe just like not with calling it astrology or whatever. Just mom's wisdom. That's hilarious though. Oh my god. Okay, well, I learned something new today. I learned what a heathen is. Did anyone else just like, am I the only one? I just didn't know that. Tanya put, yes, I believe that. Oh, that's so funny. That's crazy. Oh my gosh, guys. Ay, ay, ay. Oh my gosh, right. Okay, I'm also just going to share some little food for thoughts from here, but I'm going to also keep up on chat, and if anyone else drops in questions or anything, let me read. Tanya wrote, I was scared of it all, and even scared to mention it to anyone. But I know, I now feel like I don't judge others' beliefs and accept them, so they should do the same. Yeah, literally. I'm the biggest believer in this, is like, we are not all meant to believe in the same things. Like, there are meant to be people that don't believe in anything, people that believe in everything, people that are religious. Like, if that works for them, because guess what, we're not all the same type of soul, we're not all here having the same type of experience, and if everyone was, there wouldn't be any growth or learning in that for any of us. It's the same way you can get some people that are like, it's their way, it's this way only, this is the only thing it means. Like, this is not a dictatorship. We all experience things differently. Like, we could all look at this bookshelf right now, and each one of us are going to interpret and see something different than the other person. That is our unique lens in life. Like, we're all here to experience it differently. So, like what Tanya said, yeah, I'm a strong believer, like, we're all meant to have different thoughts, views, opinions, beliefs, because that's what makes you you, and we're all here on earth learning and experiencing different things. So yeah, it's like, my views, my beliefs, my experiences, I'm not going to expect anyone else to have the same, obviously. Like, when it comes to connecting deeply with others, or like a partner, I would want them to be on the same wavelength for sure, because otherwise, to deal with me and listen to me all the time, good luck to them if they don't believe in anything that I do, because that just would not gel, would it? So yeah, but we can change over time. It's crazy when I look back, but yeah. And that was tied in, I think, with my spiritual awakening of like running, like being younger and being open and believing, but then being scared because it's not something that was ever normally spoken about, or it just wasn't such a, you know, it was more taboo, like, and the unexplainable, then versus then being shut off to it, to then being having to rudely be forcefully awakened back into it. Yeah, Tanya, yeah, everyone sees everything differently. It's so true. Like, this is another example. You're driving down the street. I've done this so many times in the car with other people, and I'll say something like, oh my god, did you just see that on the other side of the road? Or did you see what that person was doing? Or, oh, you see that dog? And they're like, wait, what? Where? Like, we all know, like, some of us see a lot more and notice a lot more in general. Others don't. Like, even though their eyes, literal two eyes, can be open, a lot of the time people just, they're not paying attention. They're not, like, tuned in. You know, two people can be looking out of a prison cell window, and two people are going to see two different things. One might be filled with hope, optimism for their future, and the other might just be like, this is the end of the road. So it's all down to like interpretation. Now I'm just going to share some like little food for thoughts here. And this quote, I just randomly, like a deck of cards, you know, if you ever have a book, I just randomly do this. I turn to a page and I trust that the message is going to resonate, or I ask for that message. So in this case, it says, instead of wondering, why does this keep happening to me? Reflect on repeated thoughts and behavioral patterns that are giving you the same unwanted results. Ooh. And I'm one of those, I do reflect on those things a lot. Oh, we have someone in chat. Oh, Theria. I don't even know if I said your name right. I'm so sorry if I didn't. But hello and welcome. This is Love and Relationships. Any questions, any answers, or if you'd like a mini reading, you can let us know in chat. Oh, here's another good one, guys. Wondering what trauma still needs healing? Pay attention to your triggers. Notice what's hard to talk about and shed light on things you avoid. There you will find where pain still lies. Ooh, that is deep. But it's true. Like, what do we struggle to talk about? That's an area then. Oh my God, this one is great. Every relationship consists of two individuals at different stages of consciousness. To evolve together, you must be willing to resolve together. Oh my, that's why I love Vex King, because he's so good with words. That includes anything that is unhealed within. And this is how a relationship matures. Acceptance and openness are essential. And also communication, because it's so true. Like, in relationships, someone could be a great match for us. We could really feel like they're the one. But equally, we're, as individuals, we're all going to be at different levels of consciousness. And if they're not willing or mature or ready to want to resolve, work through things and communicate, it won't work. It takes two people that are on that same wavelength to want to be able to do that. Faraya said, thanks. Oh my God, I love those little hearts you just put in chat. Why can't I do those on my screen? Do you have any relationship questions, Faraya? Because obviously you've found us out of all the millions and billions of people in the world, so we're gonna trust that you're like, you may have been drawn here for a reason. Oh my God, guys, this one is so nice. Listen to this. Maybe people aren't leaving you. Maybe the universe is leaving room in your life for people who are worthy of the love you share. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, sorry, Tanya's just wrote, please send me that quote. Ooh, which one? Where's it gone? Oh my gosh. Oh, right, I think I've got the bookmark. Hold on, Tanya wrote, because I feel like the person I've been talking to about this literally is what we had to heal with. Ah. Okay, I think I've got it there to show you. Okay, this is another one I've just got to share because, look, this, you know what, this has even re-inspired me that I'm going to go back through and read this book again, even though I've read it, because I strongly believe, even if you just randomly open at a page, but rereading things when you're at a different point in life can really help, because, like, since my last relationship, I'm a different person. I've done healing, I've done growth, like, so it will help me to look at things through a different lens as well. Right, self-love helps you recognise who's worth being around and who's best to avoid. It doesn't encourage loneliness. It just ensures that you aren't travelling a lonely path, even when you have someone around. Wow. 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 That's, do you know what, guys? It's relatable, because even in the past, there's been times where I'm sure we can all relate at some point, like you've been involved with someone, but yet, despite supposedly having someone in your life, you've actually felt lonely, and like it shouldn't be that way. But self-love, yeah. And I feel like that's what his books are really about embodying, is learning more of that, like, self-love. And that's definitely still something that I'm having to work on. I think I've definitely improved it a lot more from where I was, but it's still something I'm actively every day, like, trying to do better for myself with, you know, trying to love myself more. And yeah, I wouldn't tolerate like things from my past that I've been through. I wouldn't tolerate them again. I wouldn't accept them again because yeah, like I've grown. I love myself more than to do that. Okay. Faraya said, I'm wondering, is there anyone at work I should take with me and get into a more serious relationship verse, or will doing that just damage my professional image? Whew, it's a complicated, it feels like it's complicated. See, this is what you have to weigh up, is what matters more to you, your career or love? Hold on. Long story. I'm leaving, I think that says I'm leaving soon, and I did a lip filler amongst other things, so that a lot of boys have been showing more interest. Okay, so the change in your personal appearance is now getting you more interest from males, is that right? Okay, you wrote long story short. So do you feel like do you feel like energetically, if that's given you more confidence, do you feel like it's that maybe energetically is attracting, like, you know, making you more attractive to them? Or is it just that they've been drawn to the physical? Because surely you want someone that is gonna want you for you. Hold on. Okay. But I also heard negative talk about me, like people calling me we won't say it out loud, but you can read it in chat, guys, not a nice word, essentially. Damn. Yeah, as Tanya said, they're just haters. I mean, that's, if you work with people and they're calling you that's not nice at all, is it? I mean, so they're clearly being like, what I would say is like really judgmental to you, because they're just judging versus actually probably knowing you energetically too. Yeah. I would always say, like, when it comes to work stuff though with people, is like, just be careful, because at the end of the day, like, if you genuinely did fall for someone and it's in your workplace, you know, fair enough. But then you have to think about, like, can you long term, like, unless you're in a workplace that would allow relationships, it depends, like, on the other person's position in the job too. Like, for instance, if they're a manager or something, like, that's going to kind of be wrong, because that's going to, well, it's going to make it more complicated. Would one of you have to leave? You know, there's a lot of options to weigh up. And then obviously it's like your income as well, isn't it? So it can be a good place to meet people, obviously, because you spend most of your time at work. But then it's just, if stuff doesn't work out, I know from past experiences with people that have been in that position, when things don't work out, then it's work related. It often means they have to, like, they end up just moving to another job because it's too awkward, or it's weird, or they're not happy, or that they get treated differently within the workplace then. But if you don't necessarily want to plan on staying at that place, and there is someone genuine, excuse me, you wrote, that's the thing, they all seem decent, and it's the first time planets really align in my favour in this area. So maybe this is your time to meet someone. If it's planetary aligned for you too. Let's pull a card for you and see what's going to come out. Let's have a look. Do you work with like a Dave or a David? I'm getting, or a D name anyway, that's coming through for me. I'm actually seeing someone that might even wear glasses. Or maybe this is like a metaphor. If he doesn't wear glasses, but I can see someone like in like dressed up a little smarter, but he may be slightly more on the quiet side, but he's got quite a funny personality. I feel like he could be more aligned to you, but he might not be typically what you go for. You wrote, I had a major blockage on relationships before that. Ah, so you've worked through that block, which is why now you're ready. Let's have a look. Let's do a shuffle. Right, let's ask for your highest vibration. You wrote, yeah, there is one. Well, I was seeing him in my mind's eye, so I don't know if he's one you might have interacted with. Maybe he's not on your radar yet. Vibrational. Oh my God, look at what card just came out for you. Love partnership. Out of all those cards, this one just jumped out. Guys, this is why I love doing lives, because look, you can't make this stuff up. The synchronicities are crazy. You've just been like saying it, and the cards are literally just confirming that you've got a love partnership. Like a love partnership is coming for you. Oh my God, that's beautiful though. That is beautiful. So this is like when a romantic relationship's about to enter your life and you're about to meet someone special. Love is just around the corner, but you've really got to believe it's going to happen for you. Like, you have to believe it, and you have to believe like you want the highest level of love for yourself. Right, so with this, focus on what you have to offer rather than what you want to receive, okay? So, because then by doing that, basically you're going to attract something that's mutually loving and that serves both parties. But you have to believe in love, yeah? You have to believe like you're worthy of it. So this is about working on any limiting beliefs or negative thoughts you might have about love, because, you know, they could be blocking you. But also to embrace your imperfections and be assured that you are worthy of love and that your loved one is going to appear without a doubt, okay? Because you are lovable. You have a lot of love to give. You just wrote, but like it 2 weeks, the energy could be different, so I have to grab it now. If you feel inclined, I mean, yeah, obviously energy is always shifting, moving and changing, but if you feel to go for that now, then do it. I mean, it's your confirmation, like you're ready, a relationship's there, it's ready, you know, take your time, get to know that person. Do your due diligence on them, because I feel like you'll have a lot of options. That won't really be your problem. You're going to have options, but you want to make sure you get the best candidate. But honestly, I'm seeing this guy. Maybe it's the one I mentioned to you, but I feel like he's the one that's showing, in my mind anyway, like the strongest connection for you. Like I can see him so strong. I wish I could draw to show you. Yeah, like really short hair, like the slight glasses. Like he's white. And I don't know why I'm saying Canadian. I don't know if he has any connection or Canadian connection, or if that's like a trip or it's something connected with him. But yeah, I feel like maybe he is the David kind of name that we were just saying about. Yes, tall. Like, he's not big. He's like what I would call like probably like an average, like a slim but healthy, like athletic-y kind of size, shape. But yeah, it's crazy. I just have this vision of him like popping in. So I also wonder, like, has he had a crush on you? He's been really attracted to you for a while, but he maybe hasn't said it, because energetically how I'm seeing him and his personality is totally, it's like he's not really forward and out there. Like if you get to know him on a one-to-one, he'll be more like confident and direct, but he's more reserved, slightly more reserved. Let's have a look. Vanilla and pie. May I ask a question? Of course. Welcome, by the way. And of course, guys, if you're new on my channel, you know, please like the video, please comment afterwards. And obviously, if this is the kind of thing you're interested in, I've got hundreds of videos on my channel too, you can subscribe as well. But yeah, that's crazy. And I just want to say this too, because you're talking about the work. And obviously, I do numerology, and this is actually this card, 26 adds to 8. And obviously 8 is, I would connect that to work and finances. So for you, you're right. I think that may be the place that you connect, you meet with your person. I hope that makes sense for you. Ferrero, is it WJ? I don't know what you're referencing, WJ, if that's their initials. I'm not sure. I am not sure. Okay, yeah, Ferrero, can I maybe give you initials and you tell me who I should make a move towards? Ooh, you want to make the move. Sorry, I'm laughing here. It's my sense of humor. What works better for me is date of births, but I would have to know your date of birth to look at. Then I can tell you, like, energetically what's a more compatible match for you. But it all depends on what it is you want. I prefer to empower you with your own power to make the choice. Like, what is it you want, you know? Because 2 different guys, for instance, if there's one with an L name or like a Liam or something, I'm hearing that one in my mind. That may be more of a stronger option. But it depends what you want. Like, you have to look at their energy and their traits, and you got to decide who could be better suited with you. Do you know what I mean? Because only you know what you want and which one of them is going to be, you know, I think better for that. Right, vanilla and pie. Let's just pin your question for a sec so I can read it. Is A, this new guy, my divine partner, or is it someone else? I don't know, question mark. Thank you. Okay, can you give me any more context? Like, give me any more context with that, maybe. Is this my divine partner, or is it someone else? I mean, sometimes when people ask those kind of questions, I always feel like, is there a part of you that's doubting your relationship because you're questioning, like, you know? Well, like, how long have you been together, or how old are you and how old is he now? Because, you know, if you're someone in your 60s versus if you're someone who's 16, it's going to look a bit different for you. And, you know, like, are you having concerns in your relationship to be thinking if there is someone else out there? You know what I mean? I kind of feel like that's a bit hard to say just on that one question. I feel like maybe you have other options. You say he's your partner, but you say he's a new guy. Well, how long have you been together? Like, under 3 months? Hold on, let me read this other one in chat. Okay, Freya wrote, I was gonna go towards that guy Amir, but then he made a weird move and I got scared. What was his weird move? That doesn't sound good. One-on-one, he was the sweetest, but then he started acting like he doesn't want me at all in front of other people. That's also the negative talk about me. He sounds immature. Amir, he sounds real immature. If he can't be good with you in, like, front of everyone, if he's only doing it one-on-one with you, that just shows he's sly and probably just wants to have moments of intimacy to fulfill his needs, and then act like he doesn't know you or doesn't care in front of others. Like, he sounds way too immature, cares what people think. I'm already not liking his vibe 100%. Sorry, just like did not like that energy coming through from that Amir guy. Vanilla and Pyro, I'm in my late 30s. He's in early 40s. He is new. I don't know much about him. Oh, he's not your partner. Oh, I see. Right. Okay. Let me explain two things to you in a moment, Vanilla Pie. For Ira, I can only give you astrological signs. I don't have the exact birth dates. Yeah, I wouldn't know based on the astrology. My strength is more numerology. That's when I can tune in anyway energetically, but I like numerology because it really breaks it down, and I can see, like, on a soul level, past life, present life, exactly what the two people are working on. You can see a fair amount from date of births, but for full accuracy, it has to be your full name, his full name, and that's in a longer reading, by the way. I won't be able to do that in a mini reading because that's hours of work and time and energy. But that is an investment. I say to people, like, I do that. I've done that in all my past relationships because that's how I learn. That's how I can see and interpret the energy. And it's very predictive too. That's an investment. Like, you think, for example, a little bit of money investing to know this information to help you in your relationship versus, you know, months, years of your life just when you could have known stuff earlier on. Whew. The irony, I'm so glad I learned it now, that I can use that tool to help me in my relationships. Will he be? Okay, I wrote that wrong. Don't worry. Okay, Vanilla Pie, why don't you give me your date of birth and then his date of birth? Then I can have a little look based on your life paths, which, you know, is your purpose in life, what you're here to do. I can see how compatible they are together. That should give you a good bit of information to look at. Freya, yes. Yeah, you see what I mean? It's like, you can trust yourself, you can feel into it, but I think by astrologically looking or numerologically looking, you can save yourself a lot of heartbreak and heartache if you can see straight away if this person you're, number one, going to be compatible with. If you've got past life connections, karmic connections, like, that can show you a lot too. But it's also where, like, you're at in your life and what it is you want. Because anyone that comes into your life is going to be here in some way or another to help you learn, to help you grow, even if they're not through great experiences. But I think straight away that Amir, for instance, he's just showed you his true colours. He's not serious. He's just looking for fun. Because his group reaction is completely immature. I feel like you need the mature man that I'm seeing in my vision, will be best for you. Ooh, that's a bit too many. A, W, R, and Z. That's too many cards for me. Too much energy, sorry, for me to do in a mini reading. But I'm most drawn to R. R is standing out to me. So I'm going to just say that's the one I'm more drawn towards. Okay, Vanilla Pie wrote, for privacy reasons, I prefer not to post that. I understand what you are saying completely. I will change the question. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, just remember that, guys, because it's obviously, like, live is, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, it's just a public platform. So, and obviously in readings, like, you have to be open to it, you know what I mean? So yeah, if there's part of you that's not comfortable on the live platform, it's probably best not to maybe do the reading, because you're not going to feel comfortable. So I'm probably not going to be able to read as well for you. But I could already tell, because the first question you gave me, I just felt like it's energetically something wasn't quite right for me to connect with that. Which makes sense here, because you put yeah, for privacy. So there's a part of you that's, yeah, I get it. I'm a private person too, as much as I like to chat on live. Yeah. And also, Vanilla Pie, the things to, you know, look at yourself is like, has he given you any signs or inclinations that you're not comfortable with, or anything that's, you know, maybe coming up as like a red flag, you know, anything that's making you question or doubt them a little bit. Okay. I'm just laughing at Faria's message there. She wrote, looking at it, 3 of them has a strong D in the name, so I'm confused now. That's probably why I picked up on it then. But no, I think take some time to ground yourself, go into yourself, spend a little time meditating, you know, hand on your heart, and don't rush it just because, you know, astrologically you're feeling like these 2 weeks, kind of don't rush it. Just relax and set an intention that the person that's for your highest vibrational good, you will connect with them. If you set that intention, then it's automatically going to, you know, you're not going to align with the other ones that aren't for your highest good. And also, this is where the power's in your hands, but you can't run from that. Like, if you've got the power in your hands, you can't be scared of what decision you're going to make. You have to just go with your decision, trust it. So I think this is tying into like learning to trust yourself, trust your own gut, and trust your own feelings and your judgment. Because I'm sensing that maybe you're not trusting yourself that much to make the decision even. Do you know what I mean? Here we go. The beginning of this book. Freya, I think you should listen to this quote. How can you share your life with someone else if you are disconnected from yourself? How can you establish closeness if you are emotionally distant from your own emotions? The truth is, it's virtually impossible to build a healthy relationship with another person if you haven't built one with yourself first. This is like introduction page 1. Vex has just said it. Like, we all need to do that, because if you're not connected with yourself, your own emotions, your own feelings, you're not going to be able to do it with another person. If you want a healthy relationship with someone else, you have to have a healthy one with yourself first, guys, okay? Okay, Vanilla Empire wrote, okay. I get readings very open, just not with posting birth dates. That's fine, because the birth date is your soul. Yeah, that's what I say to people, because even to read someone's numbers or their name, that's your soul. So for me to read your energy, whether it's that or your energy in front, is still your soul. So I get it, it's precious. Not questioning or doubts, just curious. I get you though. Thanks. Okay, no problem. I just felt like I couldn't give you one answer on that direct thing, like, is this your person or not? I didn't feel like I could give you that answer in the way it was said anyway. Yeah, so let's see, guys. Let's see what else is coming up. The more space you give to your heart, the more love it will yield. The more you love yourself, the greater your capacity to love others. When you have made room for someone new to enter your heart, who does that special person need to be? Because yeah, our hearts are sacred, like, and you have to make sure that whoever you trust to love you, to be in your heart, is gonna be the right person for you. Because yeah, and I think you only truly get that from the more love you have for yourself, and the more you love yourself, the more you can open that and be open to receiving that, you know? Yeah, your heart is a precious vessel. It's the first step to understanding your needs. Move from the head space to the heart space to free yourself of past negativity and disappointments. And yeah, healing our heart takes time and self-wisdom. Fraser, I think I do have a good relationship with myself. Then that's perfect, because then you're going to attract a good relationship with someone else then. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, the better your relationship is with you, the better quality of relationships you're going to have in your life. I mean, I'm just excited for you now to find your person, and just view it as fun and getting to know people, and you know, don't be too serious with it. Enjoy it for what it is. And hopefully, you know, like when I'm on here live again, maybe in a week or two, like you're gonna come back and you're gonna have some good news to share with us. Or maybe you'll have been out on a date. And also I think it's important as well, like when you know someone in the work setting versus when you know them outside of work, I think that can be a good way too. So it might be worth even be clever about it. Maybe you could just arrange, it doesn't have to be one-on-one. Maybe you could arrange a bit of a work group outing, or like after work, go and do an activity, or do something with your work colleagues, because then I think you do get to see another side of people when they're outside of work. So that might help you feel into their energies a little bit more too. But, you know, while you're still single and free, enjoy getting to know them and date them. And yeah, you can let us know next time. But guys, I am gonna finish up. I think I'm gonna do a little reading this afternoon. I'm gonna email Phoenix over the cards from her reading too. I've not forgotten. That is on my to-do list. And yeah, if you think of any other questions at all, guys, or anything, you can just leave comments when the video uploads, or even if you want to share anything with us, because I do always like try and respond to comments. So that would be amazing. Hold on. Freya wrote, I wanted to go for Amir because I can see he's immature, but also he seems actually sweet. Like him doing that, he did probably come from the ego and a bit of deception, because I did sit at my desk like nothing. But then that's that whole thing, isn't it? Sometimes we can get drawn to the ones that aren't always good for us. But if he did that and started all those negative rumors, no. If that was me, there'd be no way, like, you're not coming back from that. And also, immature, you don't need an immature guy. Like, do you know what I mean? So, you don't need an immature guy. Because men are already immature, whether they're in their 20s, 30s, 40s, or 50s, they can still be immature. You need someone that's got, like, emotional intelligence and maturity and knows how to treat and respect a woman. Doing that isn't respectful. Yeah, Naomi wrote, love your face, thank you for the live. You're so welcome. Great to have you, Naomi. I'm kind of excited for you too, so please keep that. Okay, I'm just gonna read this before I log off. But Freya wrote, like, he would take me out to concerts and festivals and stuff like that. And I'm thinking that's what I'm craving right now. So maybe you're craving connection and fun and someone to share and have a good time with, as opposed to just, like, the relationship. So I think maybe have more fun and do more stuff. And then when you're in that vibration, it's just naturally going to align you with the right person. Yeah, I hope that makes sense, guys. Anyway, guys, I am off. I'm gonna send you all, literally, lots of love. If they're meant for you, they won't lose interest. Don't worry about that. If they're meant for you, they'll never lose interest. Trust me, they'll never lose interest. you just gotta be real. I always do that. Just show your face for what it is. Show your intentions for what it is. Because otherwise, if you feel like that, then you're gonna get that energy back. I am what I am. I give what I give. I'm just say it as it is. I always feel like that's the best way. Let people know where they stand with you, vice versa. But yeah, guys, I will catch up with you again soon. The full moon's literally in a few days, so I'll be doing another live. You'll be hearing from me again soon, and I can't wait to connect with you guys. Lots of love, everyone. I will speak to you guys soon. Okay, bye. Bye, guys.